British Voice ASMR and a hotel room tour. It's not going to take very long because it's quite a teeny tiny hotel today. Well, not a teeny tiny hotel, but a teeny tiny hotel room. So let me zoom right out. I am shooting on a Sony A7 Mark V today. It's a joy to use, it's so good, I'm so happy. I own an A7 Mark IV, which is the previous version of this, and this is one that I use for work, so sadly not mine, but I do now have daily access to it, and it's really upsetting because it makes me want it so badly, because it's so much better. It's so much better than my A7 Mark IV. It's really annoying, especially for video. If I record 4K on my A7 Mark IV, I have a really heavy crop, so this view right now would be zoomed in much further. It was already quite tricky doing this. I wanted to start on this mirror, which is a bit close. So I'm shooting over there. I've probably not picked the most sensible lens for a small room. I'm on the 28-70 f2. It's a magnificent lens, not really designed for this. I probably should have put on like a 14mm wide, really wide angle lens. This room is small, so I'll give you a quick look around. So you've got some little over the top lights there, a little shelving unit down the side of the bed. The bed here, and then the front door's there. The bathroom is through there. There's a window there, and as you can see behind me, a wall, a telly, a mirror. There's some cool little features which we will go over. There's like droppy down tables, and it's very well put together. However, I do feel like I'm in an aeroplane, and you will see why. But basically this is the Point A Hotel in Glasgow, so there's a little bit of space here which has my bag on it. These are all Glasgow themed. So Glasgow is a city famed for its docks. So you've got the crane from the docks there, you've got the thistle, which is a symbol of Scotland, that's the Scottish national flower. That, I don't know if that's a picture of what the hotel looks like from the outside, or whether it's just a image denoting industry, because like Manchester, Glasgow is a very industrial city, a lot of industrial heritage, mainly focused around the docks. Used to be a very big shipbuilding community here. Outside, so we're on Bath Street. I think that's Sauchiehall Street over on that side, and I think Bath Street's over that way, which you can't see. So it's fairly central. I've no idea what this little building is next to me. It's a bit of a gloomy day. It was beautiful and sunny yesterday. The city centre here is like many British cities. It's got some beautiful old cultural buildings. It's got some incredible new modern buildings, and then it's got loads of horrible old kind of concrete monstrosities from the 60s and 70s still lurking around as well. So you've got quite a juxtaposition of cool buildings and crappy buildings. We have a Samsung TV. Nothing really to write home about there, just the job. Not a huge fan of Samsung TVs. primarily because I've had a couple go wrong on me in the past. These are our little drop-down tables, which is a great idea for space saving in a very, very small room, but it is very, I'm sitting on a plane. It's very much got aeroplane vibes. This is all kind of airplane plastic as well. It's so yeah, two little drop-down tables there. Also filling in the aeroplane vibes, you've got these kind of little plastic holders on the wall for putting useful bits and bobs in. So we've got 3 of them here as well, little plastic holders. I don't know, they just feel like aeroplane things. The wardrobe doesn't exist, so you have instead these little hooks on the wall. So another very good space-saving trick. So it's well put together. There's no room there between the bed and the mirror. We've got a little bit of modern art here. Oh, I like that. Have I stayed here before? I feel like I might have stayed here before. This artwork rings a bell. It's a dude sitting on a bench and a wee lad having a waz behind him, having a bit of a wee against a tree. It feels very Glaswegian, which I'm sure they won't mind me saying. I love this city. It is vibrant, very, very vibrant. Pretty sure I've said this on videos before, but it has a similar vibe to Manchester, which is my hometown. The down-to-earth people for the main. It's got a posh bit, it's got rough bits, it's got some very rough bits, a couple of very posh bits. Very big mix of people, very culturally diverse city. The weather's a bit crap most of the time, but the people are, for the most part, very real people. Which is a weird comment to make, but compared to some places in the UK, the people seem very genuine. I hope that makes sense. So yeah, it's a cool city. I like it a lot. I lived here for a short period of time, just a couple of years, and thoroughly enjoyed it. But yeah, let's back to the hotel room tour. So we've got another mirror on the back of the door, which is a bonus. A little stool here, which you can pull out, I guess. Normally on the back of the door you get this bit, but they've put it on the side here, so a little city map, which is a very good shout. So we've got some of the... This is Bath Street here. The hotel's just here. So one of the stores that I cover for my job is over this way, but the one I'm at today is just here. By the galleries and the concert hall and everything on, right at the top end of, not Sauchiehall Street, what's it called? Buchanan Street. So yeah, I have a new promoter working in one of our camera stores there, the Jessups, so they start today. So I have to onboard them today, basically, so I'm doing some product training, some sales training, giving them the lowdown of the basics and how to go about doing the job. Hopefully they will fit in very nicely. It's a really nice store, really good people in there. So I am in room 324, just here. So basically my fire escape is on the corner, should I need it. I very much doubt I will. Thank goodness. They have a little QR code there. The ladies on the desk downstairs told me that if I wanted dinner last night, they have lots of deals with local restaurants and things where you can get a discount if you're staying in the hotel. I totally ignored them and got a Deliveroo. That is the remnants of my Deliveroo. I fancied a pizza because in Glasgow here, if you ever find yourself in the city centre and in the need of a pizza, there is a pizza place called Manny's, Big Manny's Pizza. I've had the takeout now 3 times in my trips here. It's delicious, delicious. Last night, it's only small, they do small pizzas, so it's not a big like Domino's pizza, quite a sensible size, but it was a tandoori pizza, so it had tandoori sauce, chicken on the top. It was really, really tasty. And then I had some kind of chicken tenders as a side dish with it as well, in a buffalo sauce. Beautiful it was, beautiful. So yeah, thoroughly delicious. I also got some Pepsi Max, which I only drank a little bit of because I don't normally drink pop. So I'm not sure why I bought it, to be honest. I found it a little bit too fizzy for me. Whilst we're over here, may as well do the norm. Obviously I have my Mark IV, so my WH-1000 Mark IVs. WHX? Every time someone even corrected me in my last video on the comments and said, no, this is the code for the veterans. But I've forgotten again. It does say it on here. WH, I can't even see it. Very frustrating. Anyway, I think it's just WH-1000 Mark IVs. Blooming good headphones. Got the case for them. I've got my work phone. I've got some tissues because I've been a bit snotty recently, which is probably not something you wanted to hear. Not too bad, just a bit of it. Oh, you know what? It's not a cold. That's why I don't feel bad. It's spring. And spring means hay fever. Damn. Every year. Let me zoom you in. Every year I forget that I get a bit of hay fever in the spring and the summer. And spring has begun. Yesterday was a outrageously hot and sunny day for this time of year. It's way hotter than it. I think it's a record-breaking hot day yesterday. I've rectified it today because it's miserable outside, but yesterday was like 21 degrees and sunshine, which for the start of April is very unusual, but we are officially in spring in the UK, and it was a sunny day and the blossom was coming out and the grass is coming out and everything's looking very green, and I was a little bit snotty, and it's flipping hay fever, isn't it? It's that time of year now where I have to keep a packet of tissues by my side at all times. I might get my, I've got loads of antihistamines at home for this very eventuality. So, super. I forget about it every year. And then it kicks in and I'm like, have I got a cold? No, I've not got, I feel fine. And then I remember that I have a little bit of hay fever. Never get it too badly, it's just a bit annoying. Just, I'll zoom back out again. Yeah, just a bit of a sniffle and usually itchy eyes. I get itchy eyes. So, I like this frosted glass door. It's got the towel I have used. So again, I'm filming this in the morning. I'm getting in the habit of getting to my hotels quite late, really, because I end up working stupid hours. So yeah, I had my shower this morning. The shower was perfectly lovely. But because I'm arriving late, it means I am doing my videos in the morning instead of in the evening. This is a vegan formula, natural remedies with organic sage and organic nettle. Do we have the same here? Organic sage and organic blackcurrant for the hand and body wash over the sink. So slightly different to the hair and body wash. Excuse me. You've got the standard notice now saying don't use more towels than you need to, pretty please, which is fine. Got the sink, the loo, a couple little cups. The mirror is still steamy from my shower. I'm feeling fresh and showered. I've already put away all my toothbrushes and bag, which was there. The wall in the bathroom here, it's a small bathroom, a nice curved wall with... I really like these tiles, this kind of style. I think it's very smart. A little hook for your towel there. I've actually just looped it on the back of the door instead. A little bin, one half for recycling, one half for rubbish. That's probably a hairdryer in a bag. Some plugs with USB. I wonder when they're going to start replacing these with like USB-C ports instead of the classic USB ports. A little wallet, my car keys, and a house key. Watch, my old granddad's ring, which I love to bits. I wear this now, and it actually has proved to be a very, very good prop for when I'm demoing this lens, which I've taken off the camera to do this video. But that is a 100mm macro lens, so it's basically a microscope. It's really, really good for doing close-up shots, and jewellery makes really, really good target subject if you want to kind of demo its capabilities, especially this, because it's got some inscription on the inside which says "From Mary to Bill." Let's have a little look. From Mary to Bill, October the 12th, 1940. So this was the signet ring that my grandma gave to my grandpa for their wedding when they got married in 1940. And Grandma gave it to me when my granddad died, when I was 15, a long time ago now. And, God, my grandma's no longer with me either now, obviously. She died during COVID at the ripe old age of 100. And I carry their memory with me on my finger, as well as in my heart and in my head, because I was blessed with wonderful, wonderful grandparents. I had great grandparents on my mum's side and incredibly great grandparents as well on my dad's side. Very, very lucky I was. Very, very lucky. And I had a lot of them until I was quite old as well. So it was only in COVID and in my late 30s that my last two grandparents on that front died. And now I technically have one more that's kind of popped up because my father was adopted. His mother had him at a very, very, very young age. And because of the way the world was at the time, back then, you were basically kind of forced to give up your kid if you had a child when you were very young. So yeah, he was adopted. So my adopted grandparents on my dad's side were incredible. Frida and David, wonderful, wonderful people. And my biological grandmother is a lovely lady called Janet. Sadly, she lives down south, so I've only seen her a handful of times since we managed to get back in touch, which was lovely. And obviously you can't recreate that boyhood grandparent experience that you get. But from what I've seen of her, she seems like a really, really kind of beautiful human. So I'm sure if she had been my grandparent from childhood, I'm sure I'd have been very happy with her as well. So yeah, I mean, she is a grandparent to different kids now, and they all seem very lovely, very nice side of the family, which we've only kind of recently reconnected with, so quite nice. Yeah, anyway, that was a bit of a segue, wasn't it? It had nothing to do at all with the Point A hotel in Glasgow. A little insight into my backstory. Yeah, that's it. The hotel's tiny. Well, I did this at the start. The hotel room is tiny. Hotel itself is a fairly decent size. I think it's got five floors maybe. And obviously the rooms are small, so quite a few rooms crammed into each floor. So yeah, I like it. I feel like I'm in an aeroplane, albeit an aeroplane with a bedroom, which would be unusual. Oh, the bed test. Do you want to do the bed test? Let me zoom you back out. You ready? Oh. Obviously, it is the morning, so I did this bed test last night. It was officially very comfortable. Squishy mattress. It's quite a soft mattress. It doesn't work very well for my elderly back now. I need to get myself a firmer mattress at home, because squishy mattresses tend not to work too well. I get a bit of a sore back these days because I'm veritably ancient. But it was very comfortable. The pillows were nice and squishy, and got a nice kind of soft headrest here as well. A bit of give to it, which is always pleasant to lean against if you're trying to sit up in bed and do anything useful. And at this point, I think I'm gonna love you and leave you and go and get on with my day of work. So, what time are we on? Oh my goodness, I definitely need to go. It's 20 to 9, I need to be at the store. I need to go. I'm meant to be there for 9 o'clock, and I really want to get a coffee. I've not had any breakfast. I'm not going to have any breakfast because I'm still full of pizza. But I do want a coffee. So, thank you for watching. If you made it this far, it's a pleasure to have you with me. I don't have a big following at all, and I never will. These quite weird little niche videos. I hope you find them relaxing. I myself find ASMR videos where it's basically just someone having a bit of a chat. I find them very, very relaxing myself, hence doing them. Yeah, so I hope you enjoy them. It costs me money to do these because I pay for Premiere Pro, which is like 20 quid a month. And my total YouTube earnings so far, I think, have totaled about £5 over 5 years. So it's definitely not a money-making project. It is a project of passion. But if you are still with me, then please do drop me a little subscribe if you can be bothered. If I've done my job well, hopefully you will actually be drifting off or already asleep or too relaxed to even bother looking at your phone again. And if that is the case, then don't worry about it. Just relax. Enjoy your evening or your day, depending on what time of day it is. And hopefully I will see you on the flippity flop. I'll see you next time. Ta-ra. Where's my off button?